Hi guys, and welcome to your Twin Flame Tarot Love Messages. This is going to be a general reading, so please just keep that in mind. If you're after a personalized tarot reading with myself, feel free to reach out and inquire. I will list my email address just below the video here. So we'll give the cards a shuffle and see what messages are coming in around you and your Twin Flame connection. So what is it that you might need to know about your Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, the Twin Flame connection? What does the universe, the tarot guides want you to know? Got the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, Temperance, the Page of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Okay, some of you, you're currently not talking, or if you are talking, I don't feel like it's very pleasant. The Knight of Swords is a bit of a disruptive kind of energy. I'm picking up some mental aggression. I'm picking up some unease, unsettled energy. Maybe you and your Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine are currently in disagreement, in an argument. Maybe you're fighting. Maybe you're not in a good energy. I can tell you're in a bit of an uncomfortable energy, and I can pick it up in your energies here as well. Some of you are not talking, okay? Or if you are talking, you're kind of shouting and screaming at each other, which really isn't talking if you ask me. So there's this uncomfortable energy right now. The two of you are in separation. There's such a disconnect between you and your twin flame connection. The Eight of Cups energy, someone he has pulled away or someone he is pulling away. So either it's you and your twin flame can feel it, or it's your twin flame energy here and they can feel it. This can also point and allude to the runner and the chaser stage of a twin flame connection. So some of you, I feel like, are going through this stage where the emotionally, the emotional intensity of this connection is so heightened that this is what's happening. Someone here is not able to deal with their feelings for the other person purely because those feelings are so intense and they're so heightened and they're so overwhelmed by these feelings that they pull away, they run, and then the other person chases, and then they come back, and then they run away, and the other person chases again, hence this back and forth, this on and off, this cold and hot kind of energy, this inconsistencies here. Again, that's just a normal part of the twin flame connection, and that can be explained purely because of that emotional intensity. Someone doesn't know how to deal with those emotions. It's so intense, it's so overwhelming that instead of, confronting them head on, they run away because, that's the easiest thing to do, right? The Eight of Cups, someone here I feel like is wanting closure, or someone here is pulling away. Someone here feels as though like it's kind of like an abandonment or rejection kind of energy. Maybe you feel rejected by your twin flame. Maybe you feel like, they're growing cold or distant on you. I'm also seeing closures coming in. I'm seeing someone maybe feels as though your twin flame might have ghosted you, and you feel like, okay, well, you want to know what happened. You want to know why they pulled away, why they just went Casper, why they went ghost on you. You want answers because the moon that hovers in the sky there tells me that someone here is after closure. Someone wants closure. Some of you feel very strongly that right now maybe this connection it's over, but you feel like deep inside it's not really over, and you feel it, and that's just your intuition talking. And even though you want closures, a big part of you feels as though you will reconcile and you will reconnect. Temperance here tells me that someone here needs to be patient, or that the two of you really need to be patient in exploring this connection, or you need to be patient with yourself. I'm seeing for some of you there's a silent treatment, and that silent treatment, someone here is using silence to leverage results. So they're using their silence as a weapon. Ultimately they know that their lack of response or their silence here is going to hurt you, or that your silence is going to drive them crazy. So, there's intentionality behind the use of their silence here, because they want to hurt you, or you want to hurt this person. You want to, get under their skin, or they want to get under your skin, and it's working, because I can definitely see someone here is feeling very abandoned, rejected. They're feeling very, emotionally disappointed here, that there's a lot of emotional upset. But Temperance tells me that there's a need, you need to connect to your center, or the both of you need to, I don't feel like you can come back together and give this a go when both of you are in this energy where you're both quite unsettled and you're both quite uncomfortable, and you're both, you feel things so intensely and you're so overwhelmed. You cannot come back. You cannot fix this connection using that same energy in which the two of you separated. So that's not going, we can't fix a problem with a problem, okay? So it's important that when you do communicate, you're in a better energy place, emotionally, mentally, so that you guys can talk with one another instead of just yelling at each other, okay? Improve your argument rather than increasing your increasing your voices, your volume here. So Temperance tells me that give it a little bit more time, give each other some time and some space to collect your thoughts, or just to sort of, pick up your energies and elevate your energies here before the two of you come back together. And also give this connection some time and some space. Sometimes time is, well, a lot of times, time is a wonderful thing because it allows us to gain perspective, okay? It allows us to see things otherwise we would have otherwise missed in the process. So I'm seeing there's a need for someone to be patient. Be patient with reaching out. Be patient with trying to just reconcile. Be patient with trying to fix and repair things when you're not in that right energy space to do so. So just be patient. Come back together or communicate when you are patient, when you're in a better place, or when they're in a better place. The Page of Swords, I feel like even though the two of you are not talking, someone here is doing a lot of spying, or the two of you are doing a lot of spying on each other. You're keeping tabs on each other, and this is your way of sort of checking in with them. You check in to see what they're posting on social media, whether they've been online, what they're doing. So someone here is keeping close tabs on someone. Could be you, could be them, could be the both of you, because I feel like you're both in this space where you want each other, but you can't make it work. And you have strong feelings for one another, but you're not expressing them in a healthy manner. And I can see that someone here charges forward and then someone pulls away. And notice the billowing clouds. The billowing clouds are a symbol of destruction and confusion. I feel like there's a lot of confusion in this connection, and there's a lack of communication. I feel like your communication styles are either very different, or you're not communicating enough of yourselves to one another. Nine of Pentacles, use this time and use this energy to invest in yourself. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. The relationship that you build with yourself and that relationship that you have with yourself, ultimately it sets the tone for any future relationship. So if you don't love yourself enough, how do you expect for your twin flame to love you? If you don't invest in yourself, how do you expect for anyone to invest in you? So, and this is important because right now you're in an energy field where I feel like you're settling for possibly mediocre, or you're settling for less than you deserve. Okay, and if you're going to do that, you're going to attract people who are going to do that, who are going to mirror that back to you. Whereas if you focus on yourself, if you love yourself, you're going to attract people who will equally love you. And if you invest in yourself, you're going to attract people who will invest in you. So this is why it's important that you take this time, you pull away from one another, especially when the two of you are just in an energy where, it's just not happening, and you work on yourself instead. Work on yourself, build a better relationship with yourself so that you can come back together and you can attract your twin flame who will love you and who will invest in you. Because I do feel like there's a possible reconciliation, but I feel like that reconciliation will only happen after some time apart. I am seeing a reunion, a reconciliation. You'll be able to reconcile your differences, but it's so important that you reconcile those differences in a healthier energy space, not in the energy, because it won't be able to work. If you try and reconcile in this energy space where the two of you are just yelling at each other and you're not seeing eye to eye, you're not understanding each other, it won't work. It will only go so far before this sort of falls apart on you again. So there is a possibility to fix this, to repair this, to work on this, to reconcile it. But I feel like what needs to happen first is you need to someone here needs to set a tone for the relationship. Okay, they need to set a higher benchmark for the relationship, for the connection. So I'm just going to pull out just a couple angel answers cards to see what the angel answers have for you. Helpful people. Okay, if you believe. So there are people around you who I feel like can offer you, can be a very strong emotional support. There are people around you who can help you work on yourself, who can help you build a better relationship with yourself. Even, if it means sitting alone with yourself, if it means taking up some classes, some courses, doing some meditation, there are people around you who can help you guide you and who can help you do that. Okay, you've got a strong emotional support system around you. You've got people to lean on. If you believe, I feel like ultimately it comes down to you. Okay, be patient, because for some of you, I feel like you're being a little bit too hasty. Okay, some of you feel like you need to fix this now and you need to fix this sooner than later, and you probably want to fix it sooner than later. But I feel like if you believe that you're running out of time, it's just if you believe that it's better you rush things, I feel like that's going to backfire on you. Okay, so ultimately, if you believe what the two of you have is strong enough to endure the storm, then yes, you will withstand the storm. But if you believe you need to fix this before, you know, your twin flame can get away, if you have to hold on to anything or anyone too tightly, then probably that person or that thing is not meant for you. Okay, so ultimately I feel like it comes down to you and what you believe to be true of this connection. Ask your angels. There you go, guys. Ask your angels for help. Ask your angels, your spirit guides, ask the tarot guides here. Some of you might, you know, do your own tarot, read your own cards, or if not, I do encourage the tarot here, guys. Ask your angels. So ask your angels for any guidance. Ask your angels for any answers that you would like to receive. Ask your angels for any messages and do your best to interpret those. And also be open and mindful that messages here from your angels or your tarot guides can come in any form. They can come in the form of movie quotes. They can come in the form of dreams. Dreams are a big one. You know, songs, they're another big one. Synchronicities, my gosh, symbols, number patterns, reoccurring symbols that you keep saying everywhere, like feathers and butterflies and whatnot. So be open, because sometimes you get messages and those messages sometimes hit us square right in the face and we still don't see them because we're closed off to these messages. So make sure, you know, not only are you asking your angel or your tarot guides of messages here, you're asking for guidance, but make sure you're open to that guidance. You're open to those messages here. All right, my lovelies, these are your messages, guys. Thank you as always for watching and for listening. I, of course, will be sharing with you guys more tarot love messages, both weekly love ones and twin flame daily ones throughout the week. So stay tuned. For those of you after a personal reading, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, do take care, guys. I hope that this was helpful. Please show your support by subscribing, liking, sharing, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Bye for now.